We are the United Way of Northeast Missouri. A majority of the 13 agencies we support provide services for thousands of residents in Scotland, Schuyler, Adair, Knox, Macon, and Sullivan counties.
I hope that a lot more people understand that 4-H just isn't just about showing livestock and making cookies. There's a lot more to 4-H than just farming and cows. Like going on national trips and learning about government and citizenship and leadership. National trips are my favorite because you get to meet so many new people, and meeting people is like so much fun. Without United Way donations and other donations from other places, I wouldn't have been able to go on any trips because the donations pay for a lot of the trips, and without that I wouldn't have the opportunities that I have today.
KirkTran provides affordable, accessible transportation to the community. You know, we have several individuals who are not able to drive because of physical limitations or disabilities. And by using KirkTran, they are able to work and to provide income. They're also able to use our services to go shopping, to go to the doctor's offices. We have one individual who suffered from some social anxiety and being able to make arrangements for his own transportation. His caseworkers helped him get started using the KirkTran services, and he was able to basically graduate up into being able to schedule his own rides and become more independent. By donating to United Way and supporting services like KirkTran, folks are putting money back into the community.
So Boy Scouts is a experience for young men and women now. There are now a lot of girls to learn leadership qualities, to get experiences in a variety of different activities. There's outdoor activities, which everyone would associate with the Scouts, but there's also things like cooking, computer programming, all sorts of things like that, various different skills that cover a wide variety.
My favorite part about Scouts is the opportunities that are available. You can do almost anything you can think of, camping, you have leadership activities, there are the friends you make.
I grew up in the scouting program and earned my Eagle Scout rank. That gave me the skills and confidence to move forward in life and be ready for almost anything. And then as a leader, I've been able to help younger boys go through the same process and become ready as well. And watching them go through the transition, you can really see that is a good program. They really get a lot out of it, and they develop skills that make them ready for almost any situation.
My name is Carla Houston, and I'm the Executive Director of Hospice of Northeast Missouri. And I like to think of hospice as this community's best kept secret. When I say community, that's a pretty big community because Hospice of Northeast Missouri actually covers 10 county areas.
Hospice was there for Stephen, I would say about 3 weeks before he passed away. I mean, hospice was not only there for Steve, but they were there for me. Anytime I needed anything, I knew I could pick up the phone and call them. I mean, they were very helpful. They, you know, gave me every bit of information that I needed to help take care of Stephen and to keep him at home, because that's what he wanted. He didn't want to go to a nursing home or a hospital, and hospice was able to help me keep him home and take care of him during that time.
Well, the American Red Cross strives to eliminate or alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the generosity of donors and the power of volunteers. And so one of the things that we do in this area is particularly to focus on disasters and on the challenges that people face in disasters, And I think, we usually think of disasters as being hurricanes or tornadoes, floods, the large-scale things, and that's certainly the case. But the most common disaster that the Red Cross responds to is house fires. And there are over 60 to 64,000 house fires every year in the United States. And in our service area here in central and northern Missouri, just in the 12 counties here in northern Missouri, we had 53 house fires this past year.
Nemo Senior Citizens is the in-home service provider in the area for all of the needs that you might think of related to that. Homemaker chores, personal care. Mostly what we're known for is our nutrition program, and we're here today at the center. It's quiet, it's after hours. Usually it's very busy and bustling. We provide meals for folks 60 and above that can come in and eat every day, Monday through Friday. For those that can't make it in the center, we also provide home delivered meals. Those are the folks that need a little extra tender loving care. They may have difficulty getting around. And we want to make sure that they are well fed and taken care of. United Way's funding provides that opportunity for us. We are based on a donation system or a contribution system for our services. Not everyone has the ability to contribute, and United Way provides that service for them. They make that meal possible. People often say, why is that so important? It's a meal. They can get a TV dinner. They can have their neighbor come or bring something. What you also get with us that provides so much peace of mind for families is that they know that their loved one is being seen by someone every day. If they don't knock, or if we knock on the door and they don't answer, we make the phone calls to make sure that that person is safe. Too many times they don't have someone that they can call. Families live away, and we might be their first line to get them to emergency services.
At the Sheltered Workshop in Macon, we're known in town as Macon Diversified Industries. What we do here, we are a nonprofit extended employment program for people with disabilities, and by providing employment for people with disabilities, we have created services. So here in Macon, what we do is our recycle center and our thrift store, because they're community services that our community really needs. They're very beneficial for our community and our workers at the same time. When our employees come here to work, they are usually either a senior citizen at home needing some time away from home, something to do. It's not necessarily always about the paycheck for them. They need to get out back into the community, be more social. Some of our younger people that come, not necessarily straight out of high school, but come out of high school, they are needing some time to perhaps grow to a more mature person that can handle a better work situation. So when they enter the workshop, they're learning work skills, they're learning life skills that it takes to hold successful employment. So it's kind of a training center, but not because they're getting paid for their services, for their work that they're completing for us.
I was interested in this because I grew up in a home with domestic violence, and so I really understood that there was a need for these types of services. There was a need to be able to reach out to people. When I was growing up, there weren't places like victim support services. There weren't places where you could reach out and people would help you and find ways to help you stay safe. It's also, how do you piece back together your life so that you can go forward and not just feel safe today or tomorrow, but safe in 3 weeks or 3 years, whatever, down the road. Throughout the year, we will serve hundreds and hundreds of people. We're a 24-hour-a-day operation, and we have a 24-hour crisis line, and so every day of every year, we are working with people. All of the clients that we work with are victims of some type of violent crime.
Our RSVP is a program that provides volunteers to different nonprofit agencies in the community. We're fortunate in our community that we do have a lot of support, either financial, in-kind, or volunteering for our organization. Why people should do it is they need to look at what the volunteers are doing in the community. And if we didn't have RSVP, what would that look like?
We have several different jobs that individuals can choose from to do. We do parts assembly, we do car detailing, and our biggest job is probably recycling. So providing meaningful, dignified employment in a safe, secure place so that individuals can have daily purpose to their lives and have a place to come and have camaraderie with friends and enjoy earning a paycheck. So support for Community Opportunities Sheltered Workshop allows individuals with disabilities to have meaningful and dignified employment in a safe, secure place.
The YMCA's mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build a healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. What makes us unique is that we offer a scholarship program. We also offer child care programs. The other thing that makes the Y so important is a lot of people don't realize that we are a nonprofit organization, therefore we're a charity. And so our main focus is cause-driven. So whatever we find out in the community as a need, our job is to go out and try to find the things that people need to fix that problem. So we receive dollars from the United Way every month, and that money that we receive goes to our scholarship program. So those dollars that people are donating to United Way that is then transferred over to the YMCA is able to help fund our scholarship program so that everybody has a chance to be part of our YMCA. We've had a single mom who was raising 4 kids by herself. One of her children had Down syndrome. And when it came time for the after-school program, she did not have anybody to take care of her children. She was a single mom, working a full-time job, could not afford childcare, and didn't have anywhere for her kids to go. She heard about the scholarship program through the YMCA, applied for it, and she was able to then send her kids here to our YMCA after-school program. With her youngest son who had Down syndrome, we had an inclusion counselor, so he was working one-on-one with that child to the point where he was even helping teach sign language, and that kid blossomed so much in that first year that he was in our after-school program. All of the kids have aged out of that program now, and if it wasn't for the scholarship assistant program, he would not have been able to, or they wouldn't have been able to afford the program. And additionally, it allowed her to keep working full-time. So we are not just a gym like people probably think we are. As we say, we are so much more than that.
Hi, my name is Lily Orsko. I am 16 years old. I will be a junior in high school, and I am bridging to a first-year ambassador and have been in Girl Scouts for 7 years. For my Girl Scout Gold Award project, I planted 25 garden boxes and 25 herb boxes, and I donated them to families and individuals around my community. This project helps solve a community need because Kirksville has a poverty rate of over 30%, and many students in the Kirksville school district have over 50% of them are on free or reduced lunch. And so being able to send out nutritious and fresh food is a way to combat food access. So with something that they can have at their home and they can harvest it whenever they need it, and it's always sustainable, it'll always be a fresh source of food that they will have. Girl Scouts has helped me become more civic-minded in the way that being able to see what needs to be done and taking action to do it. If I wasn't in Girl Scouts, I probably wouldn't be able to see that, and I probably wouldn't take action to do that. For me, it was important to be in a girl-led friendly environment because being able to be in a single-gendered environment girls are able to express themselves more freely, and being able to find their true personality is key to being successful in the future. One of my favorite parts about Girl Scouts is being able to participate in really fun activities with my friends, and also with those activities, not only are they fun, but they help me gain confidence and leadership skills.
The Salvation Army is dedicated to preaching the gospel and meeting the needs of the community without discrimination. And what that kind of means is that we take a holistic approach to people, where we take care of their body, their mind, and their soul. And so anybody who comes in to our doors, we want them to feel like this is a place for them, this is a home for them. They can be themselves here, and they can receive help here without judgment, without worry, without concern of really anything. And we do it because we love people and we love Jesus.
Salvation Army helped me through the years. I just can't even tell you like all the ways that they helped me get by, supported me. There's been evenings we came in just to eat spaghetti dinner with, other families, and really felt, just part of something.
I know I've been through the Salvation Army clothing program when I needed help with clothing for my children. Also, the food pantry has helped, so my kids didn't go hungry.
Giving to the Salvation Army is giving to the fellow man in need. It's the same thing.
Great thing that the Salvation Army is poised to do is to go into any type of place and assess what the deepest need is and then meet it.
In 2018, United Way of Northeast Missouri helped launch a new program called OASIS, Intergenerational Tutoring Program, at the Kirksville R3 School District. This program focuses on helping school children K through 4 grades to develop critical reading and comprehension skills through a 6-step approach to literacy designed by educators that emphasizes reading, talking, and writing.
OASIS is a reading program that's designed for students in 1st grade through 4th grade. And these are students who need some special help with their reading for whatever reason. They're matched with an adult, a senior citizen, who comes in 1 hour per week and helps this individual child read. I got involved with OASIS primarily because I had a very difficult time learning how to read when I was in grade school. I went through 1st and 2nd grade without learning how to read, and then in 3rd grade, my mother took it on herself to teach me at home, one-on-one. So I was kind of a forerunner to the OASIS program. Well, the change I noticed primarily is I think that he's much more confident at the end of the year than he was at the first of the year. Oh, I think it's important because it helps bond children with senior citizens. And the one-on-one thing I think is so valuable because a teacher with a room full of kids can't devote a lot of individual time, I think, to one child. Whereas the tutor comes in and spends an entire hour every week with this one child. So I think it's very valuable to them. Oh, I would encourage people to support this program through the United Way because it's an investment in the child's future, and it is a good way to get the community, members of the community, to interact with school-aged children. And it's a win-win situation both ways. The child benefits and certainly the volunteer benefits tenfold.
United, we can provide services. United, we can provide jobs. United, we can provide skill development. United, we can provide education. United, we can make a difference.